What is up, guys? Welcome back here to another Call of Dragons content. In today's video, we're going to talk about the war pets. So we're going to give you the basics of war pets, and at the same time, there's a few mistakes that I did that I'm going to teach you. So basically, this is going to be our beginner's guide for war pets. My name is Shinchi42. If you guys like our content, do subscribe to the channel and consider pressing like onto our video. It does help me out as a content creator here by providing you guys some of these information that can help you to succeed. So I've done the learnings in here so you can do better and avoid mistakes that you can encounter within the game. So number one, how do you capture the beast? So you want to go click search in here for the beast. You can select whichever you want. So we found a frost bear in here. You want to click capture onto the frost bear. So you don't want to attack it. If you attack it, you are going to kill it. So I've made the mistake in here that I attack it and I just, basically kill the high level, creature in here. So you want to click capture. And once you click capture, you're going to fight it using with your legions. You're not going to consume any, CP or anything. What's going to happen is that you're going to then purify the creature or the beast after you do the capture. So you got to remember to purify it. If not, it's going to be lost. So now once you click purify and you've captured the beast, you will now be able to have a pet officially. So this is the pets that I have now. So within the pet sanctuary, we'll go through each one in here. The warrants. Now the warrants, this is going to allow you to catch more pets. So this will require you to consume 1 warrant per capture. So how do you get more warrants? As you can see, I have 5 warrants. So you have to go into your policies. All right, once you go into the policies, you will have this administrative excellence. So you want to just gem this one out and get 3 right away. Don't wait. It's really cheap, just 80 gems. Get it, and then you can get more pets. Now the next thing is the coins. You can either purchase them, which I did purchase the $1. You can see we got 250 coins there. Actually, we got 500 because of the double. And then you can actually get them through sales, which there is no sales at this moment. You can see no selling at the moment. Now, this heart, I'm still struggling with this because I have no option in here into cleaning. I have been playing the game for about 4 or 5 hours. I still haven't cleaned anything in here. So there's a issue that is ongoing with my account. Maybe later on it will be, be more normal. So right now I have 8. Once you get 10 of the hearts, there is going to be a pop-up in here, which is going to be for the gift draw. So with the gift draw, you can draw them. I think this is where you kind of get the feeding part of the game. I haven't seen this yet, so once I see this, I'll make a content for that as well. Now, when we look into the first tab in here, you can see this is going to be the market. This is where you buy things within the game. All right, so you can see there's 14,000. There's very expensive ones in here that you're going to get really good buff out of things within the game. So these are seasonal purchases, all right? These are seasonal purchase. You can only buy 3-star 3 times within the season, and then you can buy 2-star 5 times, and then the 1-star will be unlimited. So you want to pay attention on the stars in here. So when we look into the skills that I have for my, pets, you can see that like this one, I have 1 star. Now there's another factor in here that I want to tell you is merging. So if you want to merge, it has to be the same type of pet. So right now, the only same type of pet that I have is the Berserk. So I'm going to go click the legendary one. If I click the legendary one, I can consume it here, which is the epic one in here. I can click confirm. Now, if I want to transfer it, I can click here. The pets will transfer. There's a countdown in here. So are you sure, right? So basically what's going to happen is that these are going to transfer into the next one. But it's going to cost about 5,000 of the credits in here for you to transfer. I don't know if there's more skill, if it will increase or not for the currency. I'm not so sure yet for that one. But that's one thing that you can do. But always try to do the merge with the legendary first. So if you do this, for example, you do the merge here for the epic first, you don't want that, because then it goes into, let's click here, it goes into this way. This is wrong, okay? This is wrong. And as you can see, it's also, you don't want it because there's not a lot of skill slots as well. Now, how do you expand more pets? This whole pet sanctuary can be expanded. So you might be looking at yours. Why does yours look smaller? So you want to click here, and you see here in the pet enclosure, there's a plus sign. You click that plus sign. Now, it allows us to make our pet enclosure bigger. So if I spend 390 now, it spend enclosure expansion times 40 to open up new space for your pet enclosure. So if I spend this, as you can see, I've increased now. It's 5 out of 12. It's still 5 out of 7 in here though, but it will get bigger. So another thing that you can do is, if you see here on the top right corner, 5 out of 7, this is because it's tamed. So if you want to not tame it, you can, just hide it. So it's not going to be in the pet enclosure or in the pet sanctuary. So you can also bring it back just by toggling that in here. Now let's talk about these regeneration. So I did some regeneration in here. As you can see, I have now legendaries. So basically all I gotta do is click regen and then start regenerating, and it will randomize your quality, your base attribute, and as well as your skills. Now, where can you get more of the regeneration potion? You can get these regeneration potions through the honorary shop, to the VIP shop, or the bazaar. You can get it from here. As you can see, it will be available right here. I already bought it out, so I don't know how much gems it is right now. And then you can also get it from the merit store as well. As you can see, I have some in here to purchase. And then another thing that I noticed is that you can actually get some of them also from the monthly pack in here for the $3 one, and I think this was the $10 one in here, or I think it was $10 one. So yeah. Now with the Warpet skill cards in here, earlier I had one in here because I dispatched one out, and when you dispatch one out, you let one go by doing this. So you can actually let a pet and let them just let them out of the enclosure just by clicking this button. Sometimes you will get their skills and it will come over here. And then if you want to add the skills though, you will want to click skills and you want to look for them. So if they have a star, you want to make sure to look for a star, and you'll see it over here. Now earlier what I did is I click one and I decided to choose that skill, adding into my pet, and then I click abandon. When you click abandon, it will discard the skill. And another thing is that when you try to add the skill, it will be randomized. And you get lucky that it will be on an empty slot, but sometimes it could go into the slot where you have already learned. So my mistake, a few things in here to keep in mind. I made a mistake on two things that we just discussed. One is that I've accidentally killed some of the beasts in here. Instead of capturing it, I killed them. I click attack. The second thing that I made a mistake is that whenever I tried to add the skills and I click abandon, I lost that. So that is something that to consider. If you're going to be adding a skill, don't abandon it. You got to make sure your decision is correct, that you're going to be adding it into the pet. And then if it overlaps into the skill that you don't want to overlap, then so that could be something that you can definitely abandon. One of the things that we notice in here is that it's going to increase the spending because the randomization, the luck base of the adding of the skill will be where players are going to be keep on buying the skill so that you can put it onto the right position. Now you guys are probably wondering for this guide, which beast will be the one to be used for your setup. So you're maybe running with marksman, you're running with mage, you're running with calves, you're running with infantry or flying units. The key integral part of this is we need to differentiate two things: physical and magic. All right. So with the lizards, for what I have learned so far, they are mix of magic and as well as a mix of physical damages or physical attributes. And when we look into the other ones in here, the Berserk Fey Drake will be a physical, so will work towards marksmen's, infantry, calves. The Sapphire is magic. The Golden Rock is physical. The Snow Peak is magic. The Frost Bear is magic. The Stripe Bear is physical. So every beast that I mentioned as a physical, you can use these for your marksmen, your cavalry, your infantry. So for example, let's go into our pet enclosure in here, into the pet sanctuary. So for example, in here, when we look into this, you can see that my, red dragon in here, I'll just call it red dragon. It is a physical base in here. Warpet skill damage, which is a physical damage type. This one, again, a physical in here. But when we look into the Sapphire Fair Drake, this is going to be magic type. So there's differences between each of the creatures, but I would recommend to look into the base attributes because the multiplier is right here. So if we look into the Stripe Bear, you can see 2.8 for the strength multiplier. So you multiply that for this one. Keep in mind that you need to separate things as a physical and magic, and that's the simplest way that I can think of trying to make it basic for you guys in here to understand. Now, another basic importance to understand that there is going to be ground pets and there's going to be flying pets. So as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 flying pets. So if you attach them into the flying setup, let's say you have a Fregartia, they can also fly with them. If you put it on a land unit, then you can't fly with them. All right. These are ground units. You cannot, you can still pair it up with the flying units, but you're just not going to be able to, walk past those obstacles like mountains and, rivers if you're using a flying unit with a ground unit pet. Just keep that in mind. That there's flying and the ground units in here within the game that will translate into whenever you bring them into a march. Now, there is going to be future videos, of course. You got to wait for the Advanced Pet Combat Guide. We're going to make that, and we're going to make you guys so much stronger in the battlefield. I don't have a big plans of making a huge spend in here. I'll try to do a medium spending to low spending. So if you guys are low spender, medium spending, my channel will probably be the best kind of like approach to this. And even for the whales, I'll teach you guys how to get things very efficiently in here in this channel. The thing here, we got really, really lucky, by the way. You can see we got 3 legendaries in here. Super dope. So, yeah. I have a live stream that I just did for this one. You guys can watch the full live stream video if you guys would like. I'll put a card up here if you guys would like to see it. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again next time. Let me know what you guys think about this pet update. And then I'll see you into the Advanced Pet Combat Guide.